As crazy as this may sound, you're gonna wanna use this pistol right now to rake in massive XP and farm exotics. Don't miss out.
And if you don't know, now you know.
The Reanimated Global Event is now live, and this is one you don't want to miss. Let me explain why. The Reanimated Global Event is not new. It's been around for a while. However, with Project Resolve, it did receive a buff. You now get 3x headshot damage. So you're now even stronger. And they also made the green clouds, that corrosive stuff, even stronger. If you don't know what I mean by that, I'll show you that stuff in a minute. See, global events are really important because they're one of the best ways to get exotics in the Division 2. And if you're a new and returning player, then yeah, you're probably looking to stack up on a ton of these so you can get those exotics you see in everybody's builds. And if you're a longtime player, you play these global events because you're looking for those exotic components so that you can raise the expertise on your favorite weapons. So by playing this event, you're gonna get access to this rewards track. And what you gotta do is basically earn red stars in order to progress up it. And at the end, you got a couple of free exotics here waiting for you, which is really nice. So getting red stars is really easy. You have to have the global event active and you just have to level up your character. So for each level, you get 1 red star and then you accumulate those red stars. They also act as a form of currency where you can spend them at this season vendor at the base of operations to purchase any of these caches, including named item caches, which host Dark Zone exclusive gear, by the way, legacy season caches that have that system corruption gear set, the only way to get it outside of the Dark Zone, and then the exotic caches. They're expensive, but worth it. This vendor is only open when there's a global event active. Any unused red stars will be lost when the event ends. Also know within the event, you have these daily challenges, and these are going to give you bonus red stars as well. Most of these I just complete passively. Okay, so it's all about those red stars, and now you know that you got to level up your character to earn them. That means you need to earn XP. The more you earn, the more red stars. So it's an advantage to run as many directives as you possibly can. Each directive is going to give you 25% more XP. On top of that, up to 10% improved drop rate on targeted loot. But directives can be a pain in the butt, no doubt. But some global events, like Reanimated, make running directives not so painful. So your goal is to find a build that makes it feel like you're not running global directives. And lucky for you, I have just the build. But before I give you all the details on the build, let me just make sure you're keen on how this Reanimated global event works. Sort of like a zombie mode, if you don't kill the enemies with a headshot, they can get back up. But when you do kill them with a headshot, they die permanently. And they also emit this green cloud of smoke. So that green cloud of smoke is good, well, for you, but it's corrosive to them. It'll kill them, but it will heal you. That cloud heals and strengthens you and your allies. One of the buffs that the devs made is they increase the radius in which that cloud has an effect. It's way out there, like 20 meters or so. But here's what makes Reanimated one of the best, if not the best global event in the game. You come right out of the gate with that extra headshot damage, that 3 times normal headshot damage. So you do want to run headshot builds. You don't have to, but if you're looking to run all 5 directives, you don't want ammo to be an issue. So 1 shot, 1 kill is really attractive here, especially pistol builds. And that's what we're gonna be focusing on today. Kill them with the headshot, move on. You can clear content extremely quickly. But let me warn you, you're extremely overpowered in this event. So to come out here and play with an all red build with maximum headshot damage is so unnecessary. It's crazy. Believe it or not, and I know you're gonna have a hard time chewing on this one, but the name of the game for the Reanimated global event is how low can you go? That's the type of build that you're creating because you're so strong. So what you're looking to do is shift. You're not looking to nerf your build. What you're looking to do is shift or transfer damage to utility on your build. So that way you can increase your survivability and run around like John Wick and clear content quickly. As a result, an exhilarating build. And you do need a build that can kill quickly. Because that corrosive green cloud is killing enemies, you actually want to kill that enemy before the green cloud does, because the green cloud doesn't count as a headshot kill, so that enemy's just gonna get back up, which is annoying because then they can shoot you in the back later down the road. You want a quick killer. This is the build I am recommending today. It's basically a twist on our XP farm build, which I have a full breakdown of that. This build does work outside of this global event, except for the primary weapon that I'm gonna recommend. I'm running sharpshooter so that I have access to the TAC 50. Totally don't have to. Honestly, it's just for the TAC 50. you can actually run whatever you want here. So you can even run survivalist or gunner if you want 10% more armor on kill. All is good, but we're pretty good on our survivability with this build. Just chose this because I wanted long range access with the TAC 50. Okay, we're running 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury. We're not running shotguns or SMGs, not worried about that, but we do want that 20% armor on kill and the health on kill, which is great. So we have the Apex Predator. That's giving us 20% amplified damage when we're inside 15 meters. Since we're running and gunning and using our pistol as a primary, that's ideal. So when you kill an enemy, it's going to create this disorient status effect. That's why I'm running this, so that I can hold them still for a quick second as I wipe them off the planet. You're also going to get stacked amplified damage on kill, but we don't even really need it. It's nice to have. So I have armor just about everywhere and then headshot damage everywhere. So that's the equation, and it's still overpowered. I could nerf this build even more, but I left it as it is in case you're running in group. Headshot damage and armor on the gloves. The knees are armor and more headshot damage, and the holster is, you guessed it, armor headshot damage. The chest is D&H. You don't have to run D&H, but that 20% pistol damage helps that first kill happen a little bit faster. We got weapon handling and headshot damage, and Headhunter is an absolute must. So that's giving you 1,250% increased damage based off of your last headshot kill. And we're throwing out massive numbers because of that. So for my primary and secondary weapon, I'm not really using them, well, in rare cases, but I am using the 1886 because it accumulates a ton of ammo and it's pretty darn powerful. And I have Determined on that, which allows you to chain kill to the body. And then for the backup, I'm using the Nemesis for tanky bosses mostly. And then this is the primary, which is going to be a surprise to you. Yup, I chose a PX4 Storm Type F. And why? For its RPM and its balance of damage, and an extremely large mag. So I got pistol damage to targets out of cover. It's got a 1.6 second reload. That's 28 kills in the mag, by the way. And then Determined. So after killing an enemy with a headshot, the next shot landed on an enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. So the idea with this build and pistol is to spam on the head, get your first kill, and then spam mobs of enemies with body shots using a single bullet. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And that's why RPM is really attractive, is because you can clear mobs and waves of enemies in split seconds. And again, you want a weapon that can kill fast because you want to kill them before the green cloud does. So just about any pistol will work for this build. You can use the Regulus, any of the revolvers like the Magnum, the D50, the Deseros is nice, by the way. The TDI card, but we don't really need a skill tier. The X45 was nice. I almost selected that one as my favorite. They're pretty close, but I decided to go with a little less RPM and a little bit more damage. It just felt a little bit better, but it's basically the same, totally preference here. So go with whatever your favorite pistol is. Just make sure you run Determined. And the mods, I chose extra rounds, headshot damage, and optimal range. Then I'm running the Bang Bang skin. Okay, the backpack is the Memento. Very important piece to this build. So it's giving us the 3 cores. I have headshot damage here, but it's all about kill confirmed. Really, the bonus armor. We're getting 10% bonus armor for every blue core. We have 5 of those. So that's 50% bonus armor on top of the 20% armor on kill. That's 70% armor on kill effectively. And we're stacking that 50% armor on kill. So 50, 100, 150, 200. And we're killing fast enough where we get crazy amounts of armor. And those last 10 seconds, and then you're gonna have 3% armor regen on top of that when you're at full stack of backpack trophies. It's all quite ridiculous. You're gonna have 30% skill efficiency, 30% weapon damage, and then you're gonna get 10% more weapon damage on kill when you grab those trophies on top of the 30% weapon damage, which you don't really need. Again, nice to have. For skills, I'm running the decoy and I'm running an attack drone. It's not doing much damage. It will have 30% skill efficiency on it, but the reason why is the attack or striker drone acts like another decoy. It distracts enemies, just allowing you to kill them a little bit faster. But you don't want to run a shield. The idea here is that the blue armor or your bonus armor is your shield. That allows you to play fast and absorb damage and refresh that armor constantly. When you're using a shield, you move slower, and so you're going to clear content slower or be at risk of your shield breaking and being disorientated and then dropped to the ground. Agility, speed, those are your best friends for survivability, as well as clearing tons of content fast so you can rake in massive XP and of course earn yourself tons of exotic caches. We're running 210% headshot damage on this build, and that's plenty, and you're good to go. Thank you for hanging out with me today. My name is Tuxedo Bandido, and this was another episode of The Division 2. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss out on the fantastic experiences waiting for you in The Division 2. And if you like builds like this, check out the recommended build video I have here for you. If you have anything you want to see covered, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make everything possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be without you.
When you buy a game from Ubisoft, enter the creator code Tuxedo Bandido to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Follow me.
I get it.